A visit to the E&N Railway Bridge at Mill Creek. This railway bridge crosses a creek that has three different names. The E&N Railway calls it Mill Creek, and it's probably called it that since the construction of the line to Courtenay in 1914. But their neighborhood has a few different names for the creek, and those names are shown on the maps and on the highway signs. One of the names is Cowie Creek, and the other one is Cougar Creek or Cougar Smith Creek. So there's lots of names for this creek, but the E&N timetables call it Mill Creek. The bridge is at mile 124.1 of the Victoria subdivision of the railway, and it's just south of the village of Fanny Bay. This bridge, the current bridge, was constructed in 1925, and the deck truss portion was strengthened in 1941. Here's the big picture map. We are on Vancouver Island on the west coast of British Columbia, and the little red circle is the rough area of this bridge. Here is a closer look, and you can see Denon and Hornby Islands, and the red circle again is the rough area of this bridge. Taking a closer look, here is the neighborhood. That top red circle is where I parked my car and started my walk at Cougar Smith Road level crossing, and the bottom circle is the area of the bridge, and that's what I walked to, and you can see the map calls it Cowie Creek. Mile 124.37, nice and precise, is Cougar Smith Road, and I'm going to walk railway south towards the Cougar Smith Bridge, otherwise known as Mill Creek Bridge according to the railway timetable. Just a short 5-minute walk, I think, down to the bridge. I've been here twice before, but not in the last year. This is the first time I've been here in the height of the growing season in May. I'm happy that there's no broom around here. It's just simple grass. Up ahead I see the bridge. Right now as I approach the bridge, the only hint of the bridge is the Jordan rail. It's the inner guardrail that prevents derailment from falling off the structure. But I know the bridge is here. On the north side of the bridge here, the grade is built up quite a bit on both sides. This is an interesting bridge for a couple of reasons to me. One is that it's the spans include a deck truss, which is a structure I really like. It's where the truss is below the decking. The other part of it I think is just a deck plate girder. The other interesting thing is that years gone by, a logging or a mining railway crossed underneath here. It was two logging railways that underpassed the E&N at this location at mile 124.1 of the E&N. One of them was VL&M, that's Victoria Lumber and Manufacturing, and the other logging railway was Deep Bay Logging. A good man named Kevin Carter explained to me that VL&M operated at this location from 1937 to 1949, and Deep Bay Logging was Japanese owned, and they would have operated until just before 1942. The current E&N bridge was installed in 1925. Before that it was a timber frame trestle. So both of these logging railways would have crossed under the E&N's current bridge that we see here in these photographs. So both railways were there together, and I also like to thank Mr. Frank Carter for this information. He explained that both railways crossed on the north bank of the creek using the same track. That track was Deep Bay Logging's track, and then they switched off again to their own tracks on the east side of the E&N. There's also really good information on both of these companies in Mr. Sandy Macham's book, Chemainus and Its Logging Railways. I can see a flat area just in front of the concrete abutment of the bridge, seen in a couple different views here. And then just looking down from the bridge at the flat area between the concrete abutment on the left and the water of the creek on the right. I never went down on the north bank area to explore. I'll do that another time. So there's a lot of encroachment here from the maple trees. Makes for a very pretty scene in autumn. I'll have to remember that. I've been here once before in autumn. It was quite nice. But at this time of year, it really cuts down on the sight lines. Here's a flanger sign indicating that a bit further down is going to be a level crossing. Here's our signage, our flanger sign first, mile 124, then a private crossing sign. Here's the old, very old private crossing. The private road going that way. And a long straightaway here. And then the next bridge going south is at Coal Creek, otherwise known as Wilford Creek on Hastings Road. And I'll turn. Okay, I'm on the south bank looking north. And let's just go down here. There's a little bit of a trail. What I'm looking for is to get a view from the side of the structure to see the deck truss and the deck plate girder. That's right through here. Get to walk down through the ferns. And I'm down here. Came down there. There's the deck plate girder span on the south side, and the north side is the deck truss span. And ahead is the creek. I'm working my way further down to creek level. Looking up, there's the deck truss. I'm down in the sand of the dried up channel for dry season. Okay, here I come creekside, looking west. And the big reveal. Here's the deck truss. Okay, I'm going to have some fun now and work my way under the truss, stepping from stone to stone. See how I do. Here's some phone video, using it because I have wide angle on my phone. So I'm going to video this as I go so you can see the stones as well as the truss bridge as I carefully go across. If you see a splash, that's me. Alright, so far so good. This is a nice view here. Okay, let's do some more. I think I prefer walking across a trestle rather than this. Okay. Let's do some more. The far side, in front of the concrete abutment here, looks to be where the grade would have been for the logging railway. I think this angle shows it pretty well where the logging railway would have gone on the far bank there. So this shows the deck truss as the main span, and then the south side has the deck plate girder span. Here I am on the southeast side of the creek, and I find myself a better path up to the top, even with a little bit of rope assist if I need it. So this is where I will go. I just came through that, and here I am, south side of the bridge again. Time to cross. That was a lot of fun. Crossing from south to north. Above the concrete abutment, so I'm going to just take a look. Down below me is roughly where the logging railway was. Let's look off the east end at where the old railway was, down under there. And then just follow it along. Okay, so that's it for this little adventure. Back to Cougar Smith Road.